Hey friend, Kristen here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing about the top 3 things that school does not teach you about money. These are things that I wish I knew when I was in school. And one of my favorite tips is going to be making money in your sleep. So you're going to want to stay tuned for the whole video. So let's get started. The very first thing that school doesn't teach you is that just because you get a degree doesn't mean it's going to make you wealthy. There's a myth out there that says you have to go to school, get a good degree, get a good job, and then you can live the rest of your life happily ever after. First of all, getting a degree does not mean you're going to be wealthy. And second of all, paying for a college degree is so expensive nowadays. It's no wonder that NerdWallet says that 1 in 5 Americans actually have student loan debt when they graduate from college. What's absolutely crazy is that colleges don't care how much student loan debt you take on to pay for college. They don't take the time to sit down with you and say, okay, here's the career path that you're thinking of taking. Here are the earnings that you're potentially looking at. Is this still a degree that you want to pursue? If they taught that basic financial education, I think students would actually have more knowledge when they came out of college than just the educational knowledge. Indeed.com has some research, and these are the top 10 most lucrative degrees that you can get if you're in college. And don't worry, there's no absolutes. If you didn't pick one of these top 10 degrees, doesn't mean that you can't become wealthy. If you did pick one of these top 10 degrees, doesn't mean that you can become wealthy either. So I actually did buy into this myth. I don't regret going to college and getting into education. I actually got a degree in accounting and business, which are both on the list of top 10 most lucrative degrees that you can get. And the salaries are actually spot on. I actually did start making this salary, but this was over a decade ago. So I started making $50,000 a year, top CPA firm right out of college. And I thought, this is it. I have made it. I'm going to be financially set. This is amazing. But did this actually help me become financially set? Not really. I very quickly found myself living paycheck to paycheck. And I just can't believe that basic financial education isn't something that you learn in college. What also didn't help is that my money didn't go very far. I was living in the #1 most expensive state in the United States at the time. Even with a degree in one of the top 10 most lucrative degrees that you can get, you can still have a very hard time getting wealthy if you do not have a basic financial education and know how to use it. That was over a decade ago. Today, I'm now making 6 figures and have started multiple businesses. I'm so passionate about sharing about personal finance and how to avoid the mistakes that I've made and how to make yourself wealthy also. So if you're interested in more content like this, I would love to have you subscribe. And while you're down there, please do me a favor and like this video so more people can see it. Thank you so much. So what are some of the basic financial education things that you need to know that school won't teach you, and unfortunately you probably won't learn at home? Learn how to budget. Learn how to stay out of the debt cycle. Learn what credit cards are, how to use them wisely. Learn about interest rates, not just the interest that you save, but the interest that you're paying. Learn how to invest. Learn how to save for your future. Learn how to live within your means. Learn about your credit score and how to keep a good credit score, and learn how to keep your financial information safe. Ultimately, college will not teach you how to manage your money. You're going to find even with a degree, it's going to be really hard to become wealthy if you don't learn basic financial education. The second thing that school does not teach you is how to make money work for you. And I think Rich Dad, Poor Dad's Robert Kiyosaki said this: schools teach you how to work for money, but they don't teach you how to make money work for you. When I think of making money work for you, something that I think of is like, okay, how can I get passive income? How can I make money in my sleep? Where can I put my money so that it's actually working for me so that I don't have to work as much? I used to travel a lot for my full-time job. I was gone anywhere from 1 week out of the month to 3 weeks out of the month. And you can probably guess that that puts significant stress and strain on a relationship. So my husband and I sat down and we started talking about what kind of lifestyle do we want to have so that we can have more time together. And we came up with the idea of maybe letting him quit his job so that he could travel with me, but we couldn't just do that on my income alone. So we started brainstorming and thinking of businesses that we could start that would bring us money while we slept. Now, we've started a few businesses, but the one that I want to talk about is we actually started a print-on-demand shop. We opened a Printify account. We got ourselves linked up through Etsy as our marketplace so that we could make money and it could market for us, so we could cut down on the amount of work that we had to put into the business, because I wanted to just hit the ground running. So we worked really, really hard on this business. We got about 200 of our own unique designs that we created and we uploaded them. And I remember the first morning that I woke up, and I can't remember how long it was after we started our shop that we got our first sale, but it was this feeling of, oh my gosh, this is amazing that we actually made money while we slept, because we had woken up to that notification. It was that moment of, wow, someone actually liked what I created. And then the second thing was, wow, this is actually something real unrealistic that I hear YouTubers talking about all the time when they talk about making passive income and starting these print-on-demand shops. And it was real for me. I thought, oh, this is something that we can keep doing and keep growing. I guess to summarize, the feeling that I got was this feeling of financial freedom, that if we can continue to make this grow, this could actually bring us a lot of income and free up a lot of our time so that we could have more time together. That was the goal. Now, what actually happened was a little bit different. We did achieve our goal, but it wasn't the way we expected.
Coronavirus, the number of cases soaring. The latest on the coronavirus.
The breaking news, stay at home.
In 2020, everything shut down and I actually didn't have to travel as much as I usually was. We actually did get a lot of time together. We got several years together. So disclaimer, this business actually didn't take off the way I thought it would. So we got what we wanted, wasn't the way we expected. Another thing that school won't teach you how to make money work for you, that's actually a lot easier. You don't have to do a lot of work. You don't have to start a business to do this, is getting yourself dividend paying investments. This can be individual stocks that pay dividends, or this can be an exchange traded fund or an ETF that pays dividends. In this video, I'm not going to go over different types of dividend paying investments, but I do have a video that you can check out here, and it's how to start investing for beginners. Basically what this is that as you buy shares of a particular dividend paying investment, it will pay you either monthly or quarterly based on how many shares that you have. So you can see what dividend rates each investment pays. You can do your own research and Google and figure out what dividend paying investments are right for you. They will pay different amounts based on the risk tolerance that you have. So if it's a lower risk investment, it's not going to pay as much in dividends. If it's a higher risk investment, it might pay a lot more. So you'll just have to be careful. And just a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't advise you on what to pick and what not to pick. So you're going to have to do your own research, reach out to your own financial professionals to help you select if you're not sure. Right now, our highest dividend that we're getting paid on investments is 6.52%, which is on the juicier side for my risk tolerance. I'm happy with that. And the idea is that it's not going to be a lot when you first start, but as you start adding more and more money and buying more and more shares, your dividend amounts are going to increase. This is how people live off of their dividends, is by investing in these stocks or exchange traded funds. That's something that school is not going to teach you. So what can you do to make more money work for you? Well, besides the two examples that I already shared that my husband and I do personally, here are a couple more. And keep in mind, these are just ideas. I'm not going into details step by step on how to do this. Brainstorm and figure out what is going to work best for you. Drop shipping is pretty popular right now. You can create an online course. You can create products. You can start a blog or a podcast or YouTube channel like I have. And the potential is there to make ad revenue or sponsorship or affiliate income. There's so many different ways where you can build up your revenue streams and make money in different ways so that you can make money while you're sleeping and then take that money and make it work for you. So some of these ideas are on the harder side. They may entail you starting a business, and some of these ideas are on the easier side where all you have to do is create a brokerage account, or if you have a brokerage account already, then just start looking for dividend paying investments. But the potential is limitless, and that's why I wanted to share this. And I will say that even if you're starting later in life like I did, you still have a lot of time left in the game to get yourself in and get yourself building up all these revenue streams that you can actually make money work for you no matter what age you are. You have to start somewhere, and it's okay to start exactly where you're at. The third thing that school didn't teach me is that becoming a business owner was actually an option, and that it's not as scary as I thought it was, and there's so many benefits to actually starting a business. Earlier, I quoted Robert Kiyosaki. He said, schools teach you how to work. And what he meant by that is that schools teach you how to become a good employee. And that makes sense because that's exactly what I did. I didn't actually know that I could start a business. I wasn't taught to start a business when I was in college. When I was trying to graduate, one of the capstone courses that I had to take was getting an internship and working for someone that was going to be in my career field. And so I got an internship at one of the top CPA firms and subsequently got a job offer from them. So nowhere in my school education, college education, did anyone say, hey, there's an option that you don't have to take this traditional route to become an employee. You can actually start a business. I'm still essentially working full-time for an employer. I am still a W-2 employee, but in the meantime, I am starting different businesses to kind of figure out what's going to work for me. I haven't started businesses before when I was younger, so I'm still learning what business model will work for me and what business will help me long term. There's nothing wrong with being a full-time W-2 employee. Do not get me wrong on that. Not everybody is destined to start a business. Not everybody wants to start a business, but for those who do, just understanding that this is an option option is hugely beneficial and something that I wasn't taught in school. There are some amazing benefits to starting your own business. So I can set my own hours. I can work with the people that I want to work with. I have amazing clients, and I actually make more per hour with my businesses than I do at my full-time job. A huge thing for me that I get a lot of benefit from is that I'm actually able to help other people, and there's tax benefits. When I started my businesses and I had these huge tax benefits available, because schools don't teach you that if you get a job and you're working for someone else and you're a W-2 employee, you're actually paying the highest tax rates in the nation. Businesses get amazing tax cuts. And at first I was really mad about this until I became a business owner, and I was like, yeah, I'll take the tax benefits, of course. But I would get upset at all of these corporations not paying anything. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. That's not fair. But then when I was watching one of my favorite financial gurus, Jaspreet Singh, he was saying that the tax code is actually designed to incentivize stimulating the economy. So when a business owner creates a business, you are effectively stimulating the economy. You are putting more goods and services out there that people can buy. You are hiring more people if that's something that you choose to do, creating more W-2 employees. So they're giving you tax breaks so that you can actually use more of your money and put it back into your business so that you can grow and stimulate and develop and help the economy. So when I actually thought about it that way, it actually made a lot of sense and I wasn't so upset, but it was like this ding light bulb moment. And I thought, wow, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So, but it's something that you're not taught. You're not taught that you can actually use the tax code for your own benefit when you start a personal business. And there's a bunch of things that my husband and I were able to write off, and we were able to save $7,000 every single year from our taxes that we were able to use in our business because we were able to take advantage of tax deductions. So just a reminder, I am not a financial expert. I am not a tax expert. You'll have to figure that out on your own and consult with your own tax professionals. But these are the things that I was able to write off, was things like meals, when we would take clients out for meals, or when we would go networking with other professionals, or when we would discuss business over dinner. We were able to write that off. We were able to take a home office deduction because we have our office out of our primary home. We're able to write off mileage if we have to drive to go see clients. Just things like that. We were able to lower the amount of income that we had to pay taxes on. And come tax time, that is a huge benefit that a regular W-2 employee wouldn't be able to take advantage of. So if you're thinking about starting a business and you're really scared and you're letting taxes stand in the way of you starting a business, don't let it intimidate you. Definitely do your own research and figure out what kind of business deductions you could possibly take for the kind of business that you're thinking of opening. And then just keep track of everything. As a bookkeeper, that's one of my side businesses. Just keep track of all of your expenses and all of your income, pay your estimated taxes, and keep your receipts, and you're going to be a-okay. Gaining a financial education is so important, and hopefully you learn it sooner than I did. Chances are school's not going to teach you, and your parents probably aren't either. It's going to come down to you to find the resources like books and podcasts and YouTube. Find people that you know, like, and trust, and listen to the things that they're saying. You can always reach out to me in the comments if you have a financial question that you want information on, and I can make another video about it. But please subscribe to my channel. I love talking about personal finance. I love helping people with their finances to keep you out of the situations that I've been in and help you build your wealth. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like below. It really helps my channel. Thank you so much, and I will see you again next time.